Hi, I'm Prince Dustpan. The Simpsons have had a lot of video games over the years, and not too many of them good. Bart's Nightmare probably gets the most notoriety, probably because the Nostalgia Critic. But there is another, a companion piece to Bart's Nightmare, that's just as bad, if not even worse. This is Virtual Bart.
Can I play?
Well, you can try. Alright, let's start at the beginning. What was the plot of Bart's Nightmare?
Bart was doing his homework, but it was too boring, so he fell asleep. And then he got into a dream, and it wasn't a very good one. It was because it's called the nightmare when you have a bad dream, usually. Unless it's not that bad of a dream. Anyways!
But the point is, in the dream, what are you doing?
Trying to find all the pages of his homework, which somehow got into his dream, which doesn't make any sense. Once he's dreaming about them, then he has them in real life.
As threadbare as that plot is, Virtual Bart is like using a handkerchief as a blanket. What was that plot like?
Well, Bart, he went to a science fair, and then, somebody did like a virtual thing, so he got on the virtual thing, and then he had to do virtual stuff, and it wasn't very good or easy virtual stuff.
There's no explanation, no reasoning, no real conclusion. As far as I know, I assume it's the bullies who put Bart in the machine, but that's never even really made clear.
I thought he got in there by himself. Well, it was a little high up.
Well, he went into that room, and then suddenly he was strapped to that machine, and he screamed, so I'm guessing he was put there by force. But it doesn't really make it clear who did it, why they did it, and what you're doing there. But with these old games, the plots were usually non-existent if there even was one. The point was the gameplay. Was it fun to play? Was it?
It was not very.
Not very.
It was too hard. There was no completing it. In that water park, it was either Homer's butt was stuck in the water thing, the water tube, or there was a person who was going much slower than Bart. It makes no sense.
Well, let's go into a little more detail about all the different games that are in there. So, much like Bart's Nightmare, Virtual Bart consists of 6 mini games, and you play at random. And you want to win them so that you can free yourself, I guess? That part's never really made clear.
I don't know, would you be able to free yourself, or would you just keep going? Ever.
So basically, Virtual Bart is a collection of mini-games.
Mini-games are good. There's a lot of them, and you don't get bored.
But are they any good? Oh! Took a wrong turn. Oh no, sprungy jump up there. Come on. No, not the wall.
I went through that.
Yeah, you did.
You weren't going fast enough.
I guess.
Oh.
Just seriously. I have to leap of faith. Okay, bird.
Too many birds.
Squirrels.
Yes. Bird and squirrel apocalypse.
The platforming is terrible. Yep. How do you feel?
I feel confused. Confused.
Well, you feel just like a generation of kids back in the 90s. It's designed so that you can never beat it. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. Look at this. What am I supposed to do here? How am I supposed to get up there? Look at that. It starts right off with this guy right on your tail. Come on.
Literally, because you're a pig, you have a tail.
To make it over this jump. No, I cannot.
Pigs are people too. Oh my
Okay,
God.
what?
I think you're supposed to crouch.
Oh yeah, and that's game over. You only get 3 tries, 3 games.
Okay. No, not really.
Why don't we go a little more in depth?
Okay.
Pig game.
Oink oink.
Bart is a pig, trying to save other pigs from a slaughterhouse run by clowns.
No comment.
I don't know. This one, I feel like if they had altered the controls a little bit, just tweaked it a bit, there actually could have been something good there. It had actual platforming. It had some puzzle-solving mechanics. It had the makings of an actual game, which is more than I can say for some of these. But it just didn't work. Anything else you want to add?
Well, yes. Oink and oink. Oinky oink oink.
Apocalypse game. Bart is Mad Max. That's pretty much it. You ride a motorcycle towards a town and try not to get killed by bullies who are riding better vehicles. And you also have very little control over your speed, being able to aim and to attack. You can't attack to the side, and most of the bullies all come up from the side and basically kill you in one shot. Anything else?
Vroom vroom.
Tomato game. Possibly the only game that's actually fun. You hide behind a mailbox with a bag full of tomatoes and chuck them at your fellow students.
Yay.
Just don't hit any adults. Got him. Oh. Oh, yep, that does end your game.
Except for the one guy when he's bending down. Then you hit
Yeah,
his butt.
you can only hit Skinner's butt. Hit any adults and you fail. He doesn't count.
Because his butt's just asking for it.
Yeah.
Sometimes he just taunts you. He doesn't even really tie his shoe anymore. He just taunts you.
He knows you're there, and he's
Yep.
just like, "Come on, you can't do it.
Come on, tomato."
The aiming mechanic in this game doesn't work that well. You can't hit me."
Little does he know, he'll have tomato stains on his butt.
Baby game. This minigame is based on one joke from one episode of the show.
He'll tire himself out soon.
Bart, as a baby, swings from tree to tree playing The Floor is Lava. And also, everything wants to kill you, including birds and squirrels.
Just cruel, because why would a squirrel or a bird want to kill a baby? Poor baby.
Baby Bart is pretty athletic. The way he can swing around like that.
Yeah,
Doing all kinds of gymnastic flips.
you wouldn't think his muscles would be strong enough. You'd think he'd be doing this, not this. and like swinging back and forth, not going round and round and round.
Baby Bart is swole.
And- I'm not sure what that means, but okay.
It's beefed up, muscly, strong.
I wonder if babies can have abs.
I don't think so. That would be really creepy.
Well, I mean, I think everyone has abs, but only
Well.
some people it's visible. That'd be weird.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a newborn. Look, he has abs.
Maybe with a 6-pack. A water slide game. Bart slides down an extra long, crazy dangerous water tube, trying to avoid people, debris, and
Death.
sudden death.
But I discovered something during the water park game. One of the ways you can die, if by shooting out of the water tube, is you can be in a lion's mouth. Apparently, if you're going fast enough or something, the lion spits you back out. Which
Yeah. I know. I have never seen that happen before in all my years of playing it. She goes in, lands in the lion's mouth, and then it spits her back out, and she keeps playing. She didn't lose a life or anything. all the times when I play and I make a wrong choice, I like go flying out and just die.
Hit a wall.
The lion actually rejected you.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Apparently, I don't taste good as Bart. I don't taste very good. Let me check. I do not taste good.
Dinosaur game.
Roar.
Prehistoric Simpsons want to kill Dino Bart. And they do. Every single time. This game is just unplayable. It's ridiculous that you have one attack. It's very limited range. Everything else can throw rocks at you. Sometimes the platforming is just designed in such a way that there is no safe way to advance. You must take damage in order to continue. It's horrible.
I don't even know how you win. How do you win? Is there like a finish line?
Yeah. You beat all the bosses. You get to the end.
That would take a very long time.
If it were better constructed, this is just like the pig one. If it had been better constructed, it would actually be a playable game. I wouldn't say it would be good, but it would be playable, finishable. In its current state, not a chance.
Not one. Unless you're a hacker and you know how to win.
Go into debug mode and you might be able to find invincibility or something. That'd be the only way. You'd have to cheat. So, for me personally, with the exception of the tomato game, this whole thing is just unplayable. I would much rather play Bart's Nightmare, honestly. At least that feels like there's more. It feels like there's something. There's wraparound, there's a metagame, there's a more fleshed out story. It gives you opportunities to try again. There's no pretext here. Virtual Bart is certifiably impossible, even for seasoned gamers.
Bart game versus Bart game equals comparison equal to this video. There's your math of the day. And your second bit of math of the day is 2 + 2 = fish. Goodbye. Bart. The magic Bart bus. I'll stop now. As my kitties say goodbye.